how you can easily configure your inbox. So I'm going to just go over a little bit of what you're seeing on the screen right here. So I'm going to start from the left, and this is where I have all of my folders listed. The main inbox screen in the middle, and then over here where it says Veteran Speaker Network Retreat, this is what's called a reading pane. Now I can customize this screen just about any way that I want to. So I'm going to go up to the View menu, and I'm just going to take you through a few options of what you can change here. So this folder pane right here, I have mine set to normal, and also my favorites. So my favorites are over here up in the upper left where it says Favorites. And then if I were to uncheck the favorites, now you no longer see them at the top. Then over on the reading pane, which is the second button over, this is the pane that is on the right-hand side. Now, there's a couple of ways that you can do that. You can also put it at the bottom, which I don't recommend doing just because it takes up too much of your inbox filing structure. Or you cannot have it on at all if you would like. So I'm going to take this here and I'm going to show it with it off. And so what it does is it's making my inbox screen much wider so I can see more of what is on the screen in my inbox. And sometimes that's really helpful because you really want to be able to see what the subject lines are. For right now, I'm going to go ahead and turn the reading pane back on so you can see that. And keep in mind too that you can customize this however you would like. I like it where my screen is only showing about one page of email at a time. Okay, much more than that for me, it just gets to be too much. There's days where it gets to be much longer than that, but then I have to literally mark out time on my calendar to go in and fix this. Now I want you to kind of pay close attention to these columns up here at the top that I'm going to modify right now, because you can add any column of information that you would like to the inbox area. So I'm going to put the cursor up here on the top in the From, Subject, Receive section. And just for right now, I'm going to turn off the reading pane just so you can see this a little bit wider up here. So I'm going to drag this over. Now, if you have never changed your settings in Outlook, you will have this column called Mention. And unless you're mentioned in an email, you're not going to see anything here. So I usually advise that you just remove this column. Now, if you had data in that column, you're actually not getting rid of the data. You're just not displaying it. So I'm going to just right-click on the word Mention and then say Remove this column. And then also on Size, I don't really care how large it is. That's super helpful when you're trying to clean up your inbox because you can sort by size and you can look for the largest items, and then if you don't need them, you could delete them, especially if you have a space limitation on your email. But right now, I don't really need it, so I'm just going to right-click again and say Remove this column. All right? Now, let's say that at some point in time I decide, you know what, I want to put that size column back on. So I right-click up here by Received in that bar, and I say Field Chooser, okay? So here's my fields. Now, if I don't see size in here, I could scroll down and say, all right, show me all the mail fields, but I know that size is already down there. So I'm going to click on Size, and I'm just going to drag it up to the top and drop it. And now my column is back. So you can add whatever columns of data you want to your inbox to make it easy for you to be able to see the data to process. And sometimes I will encourage my clients to change the columns of data when they are trying to do a quick cleanup. So for example, you can also sort any of these columns across the top. So From, Subject, Receive, Size. Your inbox is always going to be defaulted by Received. And you can see right now that it's sorted that way from the most current to the oldest in my inbox, because there's a little triangle arrow right there where my cursor is, and that triangle is pointed down. So most current at the top. But let's say that I wanted to sort by From. So I'm going to change this, And then I can kind of scroll through here. Now, I get a lot of emails from NAPO. So maybe I want to go to and see all my NAPO emails one day, so I'm just going to go here, and I could like literally wipe them all out if I didn't want to read them. All right, let's say that I'm done sorting by that way. Maybe I want to sort by subject. I can come in here, I can click on subject. Now it's sorting all my subjects in alphabetical order. And then again, you can do by size, and then when you're done sorting, you can go back to received and click on it that way, so the most current is up at the top.